Welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to talk about the type 1 conditionals. Let's get started. Remember that conditionals are sentences with two clauses, a main clause and an if clause. Now conditionals state that the action in the main clause can only take place if a certain condition in the if clause is fulfilled. Have a look at the example over here. If we don't hurry, we'll be late. Now this is a conditional sentence and is used to state that the action in the main clause, being late, will take place if we don't hurry. Now there are 5 types of conditionals in English, and among them are conditionals type 1 or first conditionals. Now, conditionals type 1 or first conditionals are used to describe future events that will happen or are likely to happen. Now, these sentences are based on facts. Thus, we make statements about the real world or particular situation. Have a look at the example below. If you don't study, you will fail the exam. Now, sometimes you can pass an exam without studying, but this time it won't work. Use the present simple tense in the if clause and the future simple tense in the main clause. Note that the order of the main and if clause is not fixed, although when the if clause precedes the main one, make sure to use a comma. Have a look at the table below. The if clause of conditional type 1 or the first conditional includes if plus present simple. And the main clause, future simple. Have a look at the examples below. If the weather is great, we'll go to the park. If you don't stop fighting with each other, you two will be grounded. Likely to happen in the future. Note that it is possible to use other present tenses. For example, present continuous, present perfect in the if clause. Have a look at the example below. If you're going, I'll go too. Now this is if plus present continuous, future simple. And in this sentence, if they've already received your information, they will let you know. If plus present perfect, future simple. Note that first conditionals can be used to give instructions in some particular situation. Have a look at the example over here. If you carry all these bottles at once, you'll drop them. It's too dangerous. Now let's review and practice a bit. Remember that zero conditionals are used to describe things that are always or generally true, and first conditionals are used to describe future events that will happen or are likely to happen. Now read the sentences below and mark zero conditionals as ZC and first conditionals as FC. If there is milk left in the fridge, I'll bake some pancakes. First conditional. If people feel sleepy, they go to bed or drink coffee. Zero conditional. What will we do if they notice us? Future conditional. Also remember that we use the present simple tense in the if clause and the future simple tense in the main clause. Now create a sentence using the words in the following bracket. If anyone to break in, the police to be here in 5 minutes. If anyone breaks in, the police will be here in 5 minutes. I to stop by if I to get off from work earlier today. I'll stop by if I get off from work earlier today. Here's a short story using Type 1 conditionals. Listen as I read so you can see how they are used in real-life conversation. After I'm done, make sure you understand all the grammar and read aloud yourself so that you can work on your own fluency and pronunciation. My parents are just too much sometimes. They constantly tell me that if I don't study, I won't pass the exams. If I don't eat healthy, I'll have health problems later in life. If I don't go out more, I won't have friends. Gosh, that's depressing. I can't see where they're coming from though. They're just worried, I suppose. It'd be better if they were less straightforward. And now, time for you to practice on your own. Read the following sentences and underline the correct word or phrase. A. If they wanted to go with us, they will give us a call. B. Maya will be furious if Beth will forgets about their plans again. C. If RV were late for class today, Mrs. Smith will be very angry. D. What we will we do if we miss our train? E. We'll find a local supermarket if we get hungry. F. If you will make a mess, you'll clean it up. G. Don't worry, no one will judge you if what you say no. And now, write 2 sentences with first conditionals and 1 first conditional with the instruction. Now let's check your answers. If they want to go with us, they'll give us a call. Maya will be furious if Beth forgets about their plans again. If we're late for class today, Mrs. Smith would be really angry. What will we do if we miss our train? We'll just find a local supermarket if we get hungry. If you make a mess, you'll clean it up. Don't worry, no one will judge you if you say no. Sample answers. The chocolate melts if you hold it in your hands. People use umbrellas when it rains. Let me know when you finish cooking. Thank you for watching this tutorial.